Hey everyone, it's Adam Mitchell here with Treasure Trading. We're back with another video. So I just wanted to give an update on how I've been doing since I posted my last video. I'm not exactly sure when that was, but we'll just talk about the month of November so far. So let's see here. I'm going to go to November 1st, and here is my month of November. It's been very, very choppy, very up and down. So today is Thanksgiving. And I just wanted to kind of make the theme of this video, being thankful for the fact that I'm making progress. And yes, there are things that I need to work on still when it comes to my trading, which I'm going to discuss in this video. But, as we can see here, this is my month of November right here. My red days, I had a few big red days. And, that was a result of me breaking rules and basically going on tilt. Right? That's what it's called when you're gambling, is you go on tilt and you just completely lose control and you won't quit, you won't give up, and you just keep trying to force it and you just keep losing. And that's pretty much what happens. And, that's part of my trading that really needs to be changed, right? That's one of the things that I need to work on, is not being emotional. That's been a big thing of mine just in my trading and in life in general, is not being stoic enough. And so that's one thing that I need to work on. And we can see here, let's see, so far for the month of November, I'm up $25. So that's cool. I'm not red, I'm not significantly down, but we can see here back on November 10th, I was up 178. And then on the 11th, I had a really big snowball day of, I lost $154 on November 11th. And that's just because I forget what exactly happened that day. I'm going to go to my journal here and we can look at what happened on the 11th and see what my trades were. So here we go. On the 11th, I lost 154. And man, I took some big losses. SNAL, PSNY, COMP. Let's see what I did on SNAL. Let's check this out real quick. So yeah, all right. I mean, yeah, this looks bad right here. I'm gonna see if I can pull up the video from those trades real quick and see if I have the footage. Okay, so here's my first trade, I guess, on SNAL. We have what looks like a really good setup here. We have this support level at the 200 moving average. We have a double bottom with this candle right here and with this candle. So I'm like, all right, this looks like it's holding up and it looks like it could make that curl back to the upside. So I got in with 150 shares at 386. And let's see, it's coming down. And then right there, I stop out. Lost 16 bucks. So that's totally acceptable, right? I lost $16. My max loss per trade is 20. So I didn't even hit my max loss. So that's good. But we got this breakdown through support. And so I had to sell it, right? I have to sell it when it does that, because now it's, it could fall a lot more. But let's see what happens on that stock even more. And then, right after that trade, I took this trade on MTTR. It was a good trade. Right? I sold it. I made 22 bucks. I got in down here. It pops up right here. There we go. That's a good trade. 22 bucks. But then, of course, it continues higher. And, this is another thing that I need to work on, is holding into high of day and then maybe even for a break of high of day. So what I need, two things that I need to work on: holding my trades, my winning trades longer, and then not getting emotional when I'm, when I miss a trade or when I, lose or whatever, just whatever's going on within me. I need to get a firm handle on it, because if I don't, I'm going to be destructive, right? But let's see what happens, what continues to happen. See, so we got more of a push, and yeah, so I could have squeezed more out of that trade there. Okay, so now we are back on SNAL. Okay, so here we go, SNAL. So this is, this is one of those situations where I can get emotional because I took this trade right here. I got stopped out as it broke down. And, but we can see that this thing made a double bottom right here. And that could have been an indication for me to take another stab on it so that I could have gotten this move right here. Right. So just like we have a double bottom here, I was expecting that curl back up, but it broke down, but it found support, I guess, at maybe 375. And then it curled back up. So now I'm getting in. I don't know if this is the best trade, right? But I took the trade. I got in at 399 with 100 shares, and I'm looking for this thing to squeeze up over VWAP and make a rip up. But it's not holding up. And, I sold it. I sold it as it came down right here, right? So I'm selling it, and then it rips back up to 4, and now I'm getting in with 200 shares, right? So I'm basically just getting chopped up on this stock right now. I got stopped out right here, took a $16 loss, and then it rips up, and I'm like, all right, this thing's in play. And then I'm getting in at the top of this consolidation range, which isn't the smartest, right? I should be getting in at the bottom of the consolidation. But so now I'm taking another stab on it, right? So I lost, I think, $6 on that breakdown, and then it curls back up, and now I'm getting back in again. But now I'm getting in with 200 shares. And then what happens? It comes down, it comes crashing down, and I stop out. So now I'm down 37. All right. So I'm frustrated, right? So now I am frustrated. But of course, looking back on it, it's like, man, getting chopped up, losing a little bit, right? Because I lost 37 on this stock. I made 22 on the other trade. So that would mean that I'm only down 15 on the day, which is funny because I wind up down 10 times that amount, right? So it's like, I really need to remember, would I rather be down 15 or down 150, right? And when I size up, it's like, would I rather be down 150 or down 1,500, right? Because that's what my trading habits would produce, as we see it, right? Which is why I'm not sized up yet, because if I was sized up, I'd be down 1,500, right? So we got a breakdown, and let's see what continues to happen. So here we go. I'm taking another stab on it, on SNAL, right? Because we came down, we bounced off of support, and now I'm like, all right, maybe we're going to get the curl up now. So I'm taking another stab on it with 200 shares at 390. All right, we're getting, we're not really climbing up quite yet, and now we're selling off, right? And now I lost another $5. I'm down 42 now. And as I'm talking through this, I really need to have a max loss per stock, right? So I keep taking stabs on this stock and I keep losing. I'm not getting positioned well. I'm taking bad entries, and I just keep getting chopped up on this thing. So yeah, I need to have a max loss per stock, right? I'm down $42 on this stock right now, and I should probably just be done trading it. But let's see what continues to happen. So here we go, fast forwarding. So this was where I took my last trade on it, but we're getting a curl back up again, up to $4. And let's see, I think I buy it. So now we're switched over to the 5-minute chart. What we were just looking at was the 1-minute chart, but we're looking at the 5-minute chart now. And I'm like, all right, now we're breaking up over 4. Maybe this is where we get that push up to like 436, right? To the upper band of VWAP. And that's what I'm counting on. So there we go. I got in again with 100 shares at 404. Okay. And what happens? Let's see. We're okay. So now I'm adding into it because we're getting a bit of a push up. So now I'm in with 300 shares, at an average of 406. So I sold that for some reason. And now I'm buying back again 100 shares at 407. You know, I'm really just not trading this the best. So now I'm in with 300 shares at 408. Okay, and here we go. You know, I'm down 14 bucks now. And let's see. I'm just like, come on, let's make that rip up. Let's rip up. So I sold it, and now I'm down 52. So I just keep racking up losses on this thing. And here we go. So we get this dip back down into $4. I get in again with 100 shares at 402. Because now I'm expecting this thing to dip and make a rip up. And then, oh my goodness, bro. Wow. See, this is the type of thing, man. Oh my God. See, not good. Not good. Let's see how fast that happened. All right, I'm going to press play here. All right, so this is real speed, like real-time speed here. Boom, it happened so fast. Oh my God, man. And here I am, I'm down $35 on the trade. I'm down 80, 90 bucks. And it's like, dude, that's how we can get totally screwed on these stocks, man. Man, so it's like if I had, you know, max loss rules in place, like max loss per ticker, like I think that's what I'm going to take from this particular situation is that I really need to have a max loss per stock. And, you know, trading the size that I'm trading right now, it should probably be 2 times my risk, right? So if I'm down $40 on any one stock, I'm done trading that stock for the day because it's just going to continually chop me up. I went against my max loss rules anyways for the day because when I'm down 2 to 3 times my risk for the day, which is 20 bucks, right? So when I'm down 40 to 60 bucks on the day, I need to just walk away. I need to just be done. You know, this day snowballed. And so this was one stock, right? So I wind up selling it. Let's see where I sold it. I sold it and I'm down 87, right? So that's my $87 loss on SNAL. So if we go back to my trader view, let's see here. I'm down 87 on SNAL. Now, I lost 50 on PSNY and I lost 40 on COMP. Totally just unacceptable, right? And, you know, these were revenge trades because I just couldn't cope with the fact that I had screwed up so much. And, you know, like if we look at this chart right here, you know, this is my daily P&L for this day. I just, you know, I was down 40 on SNAL and now I'm down 87. And then right here, I guess I got a little bit of a bump, but then boom, down all the way to 157. You know, so long story short, I'm not going to get into these other trades here because it's just more of the same, right? Like this was a snowball day. This was a snowball day, right? My max loss per day trading with my size now should not be more than 60 bucks. So that means that I lost about $100 more than I should have on this day. You know, I think I'm just going to end the video there because at the end of the day, this is my biggest issue. This is my biggest issue as a trader, and this is what requires all of my focus, is not getting emotional, not spiraling, and just letting my losses get bigger and bigger. You know, let's go back to my reports here. I kind of started turning the corner on the 19th of September. You know, so if I filter that, you know, this was when I was like, Adam, you need to get more focused, get more disciplined, and stop messing up. And that's when I reduced my risk down to $20 per trade. I've been making steady gains, you know. Within 2 months, I was up almost 900 bucks, you know, well, 840 bucks. You know, that was the highest that I got since the 19th of September. And then the last, I guess, 2 weeks, I've I've been going down here, right? Because I have this big $150 loss, and then I have this $100 loss right here, and then I've, hopefully I'm going to be working my way back up, right? But this whole section of November has just been choppy for me, and it's not the market. Like, the market is never the issue. I'm the issue, right? The market is going to do what the market does. I just have to react appropriately, which means not getting emotional and doing dumb things. That's my biggest issue. That's my biggest issue. I need to really practice that. And I honestly don't really get to practice it that much because I'm not in that situation very often where I'm getting my ass kicked. Because we see on all of these days here, I have so many green days here. If we go to my win-loss days over this period, 75% of my days are winning days. 25% of my days are losing days. So I don't really get that much practice in with how I cope with my losing days because, I'm winning the majority of my days. But when those days come around where I'm confronted with those emotions of losing, and then my thoughts kind of get out of whack, and then I'm basically grasping for straws and just trying to win because I truly, truly hate losing, right? Just like every other trader, they hate losing. So when those days come around, I really have to practice coping with those emotions in a healthy way and being smart. But like I said, those days don't come around too often, so I'm out of practice when it comes to those days. And when they do appear, I just totally drop the ball. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I'm thankful that I'm still in this game of trading. I'm thankful that I am continuing to get better. And, my next obstacles to getting better are handling my emotions more effectively so I can make good decisions. And then also, holding my winning trades a little bit longer and figuring out how to squeeze a little bit more out of my winning trades. So that's what I'm going to work on. And again, I'm very thankful that I've got the money that I have in order to continue to practice this craft. And I'm still in the game. I'm not going anywhere. And I'm going to crush it. I'm going to absolutely crush it for the remainder of this year and going into next year and for as long as I can do this, right? Which I hope will be decades long of me crushing day trading and just making cash hand over fist. Because when I size up, this number is going to get bigger, right? This number right here, out of all of my winning days in the last 2 months, I've made $1,300. And that's on $20 of risk. Me risking $20 per trade. When I'm risking $200 per trade, right? This will be $13,000. When I'm risking $2,000 per trade, this is $130,000 in 2 months, right? That's what's possible here. That is what is possible. So I'm sticking with it, and I'm gonna work on the things that I really need to work on. And again, I'm super thankful. Happy Thanksgiving, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. All right.